Hello everyone, welcome back to FPL STAR. Today I gonna discuss about Game Week 3 transfer video. So before starting, if you are new in this channel, please subscribe this channel for FPL content throughout the season. Now let's start. In this video, I have divided Game Week 3 transfer into 5 categories. They are top target, differential target, sell, hold and ignore. Top target are those kind of players which have got very high ownership, and I think if you want to go for a transfer this week, you should go for this kind of player. And differential on the other hand has got very low ownership player, and if you want to get rank boost, I think this differential player can help you. Sale player are not performing for your team, and I think if you want to make a transfer, then you have to sell someone and you should sell those kind of player. Hold on the other hand are those kind of player are not performing well, but I think they will score goal in near future, and that's why you should hold them. Ignore are those kind of player you don't have in your team, and I don't think you should go for them in game week 3. Now move to the first top target for game week 3, and is Pedro Porro from Spurs. And if you look at his performance in last two matches, Tottenham maintained two clean sheet, and I think under Thomas Frank, Tottenham looked to be a very good defensive side. They maintained clean sheet against Manchester City. It's quite good. And if you look at the Pedro Porro performance in last two matches, he got 11 points, and if you look at his goal ratio is 0.25. This means in right back position he is quite attacking. He's also taking set pieces for Tottenham, and I think he can give you that defensive point of view return like clean sheet, and also he can give you attacking return like assist or goal if Tottenham playing well. So for game week 3, I think the top target for defender should be Pedro Porro. Now move on to the top midfield target, and it's Semenyo from Bournemouth. And if you look at his playing in last two matches, he scored two goals and also provided one assist. He scored two against Liverpool. This means he's a very good counter-attacking player. And in game week 3, they will play Tottenham away. And I think in this match, Semenyo will get counter-attacking opportunity, and I think he can utilize it. And that's why he's a good target for game week 3. And if you look at the fixture run from game week 4 onward, and I think it's also looking quite good, and I think Siminu now is in great form. So if you want to go for a midfield transfer, you should go for him. And one other thing positive about Siminu is that his goal per 90 is 0.80. This means he's quite attacking and he's taking shot, and that's a very good thing for FPL player. So you should go for him as a top target midfield option. Now move on to the forward option, and it's Joe Pedro from Chelsea. He can play either in number 9 position or in number 10 position. At present, he is playing as a number 10 as Palmer has got some injury issue. And if you look at his performance in last two matches, he scored one goal and also provide two assists. This means he's a very good creative player, and also he can score goals. So I think he's a complete package for Chelsea, and Chelsea this season are playing very well. They scored 5 goals against West Ham, so they are quite attacking team, and I think Chelsea will score a lot of goal this season. And if Chelsea score a lot of goal this season, I think Joe Pedro will be involved there. And that's why if you want to move for a forward, it should be Joe Pedro from Chelsea. Now move on to the first differential player for game week 3, and it's Munoz. And if you look at his performance, in last two matches, they maintained one clean sheet, and that's a quite good thing for Munoz because Crystal Palace looking good defensively. They only concede one goal in last two matches. And if you look at their fixture run from game week 3, in game week 3 they have got Aston Villa away. Aston Villa are struggling to score goal, and I think in this match also Munoz can get clean sheet. And also if you look at his attacking ability, it is quite good. His goal ratio is 0.18, which is for a defender is quite good. He's playing as a left wing back for Crystal Palace and playing very well. So for game week 3, I think he can be a very good differential player, just 9.2% ownership. Now move on to the differential player in midfield category, and it's Johnson from Tottenham. He is playing very well for Tottenham in the left wing position. He is quite attacking and he's taking shot. That's the most important thing. His goal involvement ratio per 90 is 0.57, which is quite good, but his expected goal per 90 is 0.52. This means he's taking shot, and if your player taking shot, I think he will get goal scoring opportunity, and that's a very good thing for your player. And that's why I think Johnson can be a very good differential player for your game week 3 team. In differential category forward option, I think Larson can be a surprise one. He's just 6.5 million value. In last two matches, he struggled, just 4 point in game week 1 and 2. But I think now as the fixture run for Wolves are quite good, I think Larson will get goal scoring opportunity and he will score goal. And that's why I think for a differential player, Larsson can be very good FPL option. And I think if the fixture run improve, then I think his expected goal per 90 will also improve. So I think if you want to take a punt, then you can go for Larsson as a very good cheap forward option because he's just 6.5 million value. In sale category, the first sale should be Ed Nori from Manchester City. He has got injury doubt, and I don't think you need a player of injury doubt in your team because he's 6.1 million value. And the fixture run for Manchester City are quite hard, and also City not looking good defensively. They're making mistake in the defense, so that's a not very good thing for your team. And that's why I think you should sell at Nori because of his injury concern, and also Manchester City not looking good in defensive point of view. Now move on to the second sale player, and it's a midfielder, and it's Saka from Arsenal. If you look at Saka's performance, he's playing well, but he's not looking so explosive, and that's why I think you can sell him. And also, he has got injury concern for game week 3, and I don't think he will start in game week 3. And he's 10 million value player, so you can transfer him out and get any player you want other than Salah. So for game week 3, I think if you have Saka in your team, you need to sell him from your game week 3 team. And if you look at his goal ratio, is not looking good this season. Just 0.24 goal win ratio is not quite good for a 10 million player. And the fixture round is also not looking good. Game week 3, they have got Liverpool away, and in game week 5, they have got Manchester City home match. It's quite hard to score against these two opponents, and that's why I think if you have Saka in your team, you need to sell them. In forward category, the first player you need to sell is Bowen from West Ham, and he's 7.9 million value, not playing well for West Ham. West Ham as a team are not performing well. So if you have any West Ham player right now, whether defender or midfield or forward option, I think you need to sell them because they are not performing well. They are look to be a team which will get relegated, and that's why I think for game week 3 you need to sell Bowen. And if you look at his performance, it's not looking quite good. Just 0.20 goal win ratio is not good, and if you look at his fixture run, it's also not looking good. In game week 3, they have got Nottingham Forest away, then Tottenham home, Crystal Palace home. These three teams are very good defensive teams, so I don't expect Bowen to score against them, and that's why you need to sell him. Now move on to the first whole player for game week 3, and it's Van Dijk. A lot of FPL players selling Van Dijk because Liverpool not looking good defensively. They conceding goal, but I think as now the fixture run will improve for Liverpool after game week 3. I think you need to hold Van Dijk, and he's a sure starter for Liverpool and can get occasional headed goals. So for game week 3, I think you should hold Van Dijk and you should be passionate about Van Dijk. And I think if you take some time, and I think Van Dijk will give you return, and that's why he is in the whole category in the defensive player. Now move on to the whole player in the midfield category, and it's Reinders from Manchester City. He's 5.7 million value. A lot of FPL manager buy him in game week 2, and a lot of FPL managers selling him in game week 3 because he just blank in game week 2. And I think it's not the case of FPL. You don't need to sell a player when he doing bad in just one game. And if you look at the Rangers performance in game week 2, he's playing as a number 8 position, quite deep, but I still think that Pep Guardiola will play him sometime in the number 10 position, and if he play in the number 10 position, he will create chance. And I think game week 2 they played bad against Tottenham, but I don't think it will happen in every day. So that's why I think for game week 3, I think Rangers is a hold, and he's just 5.7 million value. Is a very good bargain player, and I think he will score goal and also provide assist for Haaland in near future, and that's why you should hold him in game week 3. Now move on to the whole player for forward option, and it's Erling Haaland. A lot of FPL managers selling Erling Haaland because he's blanked against Tottenham, but I think in game week 3 onward he will give you return, and that's why you should hold Erling Haaland because he will score a lot of goal. He's the best striker, and if you look at his expected goal per 90, is the best in the league, 1.37, and I think Erling Haaland will score a lot of goal this season, and that's why you should hold him for game week 3. The defensive player who I think you should ignore in game week 3, and it's Timber. In game week 2, he scored 2 goals and also provide 1 assist, and I think it's a surprising one. It will not happen in every day. And if you look at the fixture for Arsenal, it's quite bad, so I am not expecting good return from Arsenal right now because they have got Liverpool away, Manchester City home, Nottingham Forest home. It's quite hard match, so I am expecting that Arsenal will concede goal, and if they concede goal, the clean sheet will be wiped out, and that's why I think if you want to go for an Arsenal player right now, I don't recommend it, and that's why in game week 3, Timber is an ignore. The second ignore player here is Enzo from Chelsea. A lot of FPL managers are buying Chelsea defensive midfielder Enzo because he scored 1 goal and 1 assist in game week 1 and 2, and a lot of FPL managers knee jerking, and that's why they are going for Enzo. But I don't think he will give you return in long term, and that's why if you want to go for Enzo, I don't think it's a good move, and that's why you should ignore Enzo for your team. The third forward option here you should ignore is Gyökeres, and I don't think he's a good option for game week 3, because if you look at the performance of Gyökeres in game week 2, it's quite good, but if you look at the fixture run for Arsenal in game week 3 onward, it's not looking good, and I don't think that Gyökeres will score a lot of goal next 4 match, and that's why you should ignore him, because he is 9 million value, and as Saka is now injured, I think the point ceiling for Gyökeres will drop, and that's why you should ignore him. Now I will summarize them all. In top target, there are Pedro Porro, Semeno, and Joe Pedro. The differential player for game week 3 is Munoz, Johnson, and Larson. You should sell Eknori, Saka, and Bowen if you have them, and you should hold Van Dijk, Reinders, and Haaland for your team. And you should ignore Timber, Enzo, and Gyökeres if you don't have them. And that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please like this video. And if you are new in this channel, please subscribe this channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. Good luck for your team.